Director of Annual Funds and Alumni Engagement here at Clark, and I am so pleased to have so many alumni back on campus to celebrate this weekend. Homecoming really gives all of us a chance to reconnect with our younger selves and rekindle our connection to Clark, a place that for many of you played a significant role in shaping your lives. Whether you're attending specific events this weekend or just soaking up the campus, I sure hope that you enjoy your time here today as much as you did when you were a student. This morning we extend a warm welcome to our alumni celebrating milestone reunions this year, especially from those classes ending in a 3 or an 8. A special shout out goes to our 50th reunion class of 1973, yes, and the 25th class of 1998. Congratulations and thank you for joining us for homecoming weekend. I hope you had a chance to participate in some of last night's activities, and we look forward to continuing the fun today. We have a full schedule, and alongside this recognition breakfast, we have a variety of events, including a tree dedication in memory of Professor Laura E. Birch, who was an associate professor of biology at Clark. We also have a special history and heritage tour of campus led by Professor Emeritus Norm Freund over here, and that's beginning right around noon, so just stop by the atrium welcome desk if you're interested in that history and heritage tour. There's also an Alumni and Friends tailgate, a Clark Pride football game versus Missouri Baptist University. There's a gallery reception for Assistant Professor Troy Aiken's ceramic work, a beautiful piano concert this weekend. The second installment of Cocktails with Catherine is a film screening that will happen at 1 o'clock in Fabiano Conference Room for a social, and then our screening will begin at 1:30 in the afternoon. There's also the Athletics Hall of Fame ceremony, reunion celebrations at Dimensional, silver celebration this evening at Back Pocket, and Mass tomorrow morning to wrap up the weekend. To view a complete schedule or for more details, please scan the QR code on the programs that you have in front of you. Now, I'm sure you're all ready for breakfast, but before we proceed, let's please express our gratitude for Clark's conference and event staff and executive chef Steve Neese for preparing a delightful meal for us. Thank you all so much for your help this weekend. Now I'd like to invite someone very special to join me on stage for a blessing before we enjoy our meal. Sister Catherine Dunn, BVM, is celebrating her own 50th Clark anniversary this year. And Sister Catherine truly embodies Clark and the spirit of Clark in so many ways. So again, let's give her another congratulations and a heartfelt thanks to her.
Thank you very much. Clark's a wonderful place with beautiful people, in case you haven't noticed. And that includes all of you. Dear God, we ask you to join us in blessing and welcoming home all of our Clark alums with a special toast to the classes of 73 and 98. We hope all of you will visit the campus and enjoy the numerous activities that Kaylee has listed for you. For some, many things have changed, but the spirit of the BVMs lives and permeates this wonderful place we call Clark. The BVMs gifted us with their core values: education, charity, justice, and freedom, which live in the hearts and the actions of all at Clark. A wonderful brunch has been prepared for us by our dining staff, led by Steve, And thank you, Conference and Events, for assisting us too. Bless us, dear God, on this day and this meal. Bless too all those who do not have food, water, or shelter in our country and around the world. May we be the way for some of this to change. We pray all of this in your name. Amen.
Before I share a few brief comments with you, I need to let the group know that our interim president, Fletcher Lampkin, was not able to be here today. He sends his sincere regrets. He wished he could be here to meet you and celebrate with you, but came down with COVID earlier in the week, so we thought it'd be best if he stayed home and recovered. So I'm sure you understand, but he sends his very, very best wishes and looks forward to meeting you throughout the coming months. It's truly heartwarming to see so many familiar faces this morning. Over the past decade, I've been privileged to be a part of the Clark community, and I've consistently marveled at the outstanding character of our alumni and their contributions to the greater good. Did you know that you are among the nearly 15,000 individuals who have graduated from Clark? That's an impressive alumni network with a profound impact. This impact shines brightly in the recent alumni updates featured in our Clark Alumni magazine. Let me share a few of those updates with you. Maureen Mackin Elliott, class of 1963, an accomplished journalist and three-time cancer survivor, published a book titled, Finally, a Manual, How to Handle Cancer, Reflections, Ruminations, Rooting Out Rubbish. Diane Nolan Kopp, class of 1964, who spent most of her childhood and early adulthood with the BVMs and dedicated her life to teaching, was recently welcomed as a BVM associate. Terry Hawks Goodman, class of 1976, was appointed by President Biden as the chair of the National Capital Planning Commission and also serves as the City of Dubuque's Director of Strategic Partnerships. Kay Claren, class of 81 and 88, recently retired after dedicating 42 years to teaching. Ann Schriekert Brown, Alumni Association board member and class of 1997, was appointed Deputy General Counsel at Rogers Behavioral Health in Wisconsin. And Patricia Norby, class of 1999, serves as the Native American Art Curator at the Metropolitan Museum in New York City. Sarah Breves Weirs, class of 2006, was recently named principal of Resurrection Elementary School in Dubuque. Rachel Sperling, class of 2018, was featured as a professional snow sculptor in the Disney Plus holiday special, Best in Snow. Some of you may have seen that on TV. She was on national TV. And Kaylin Howe, class of 2022, recently began her role as educational group coordinator at the Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium. Clearly, Clark has established a legacy of alumni who consistently embody Clark's mission to contribute to the common global society. Since January, Clark has been diligently crafting a strategic plan aimed at achieving sustainable success in tandem with Clark's mission. We've developed a vision statement along with corresponding goals and objectives. Copies of these objectives are available at the counter as you leave. If you're interested, pick up one. It's a nice outline of our strategic plan and our objectives over the next 3 years. Now let me share with you our new vision statement, as I believe it will deeply resonate with all of you. We educate and inspire through our core values of freedom, education, charity, and justice. Together, we thrive through our Catholic, BVM, and liberal arts traditions, graduating leaders who make a positive difference in the world. This is our new vision statement. This vision statement proudly reflects Clark's rich heritage, one that traces back to the visionary, determined, inclusive, and progressive spirit of Mary Frances Clark, who founded the institution and the Sisters of Charity of the Blessed Virgin Mary, the BVMs, who continue to carry forth her legacy. While many of you are undoubtedly familiar with the tale of Mary Frances Clark and her companions, let me offer a brief recap. This story never fails to inspire me. In 1828, Mary Frances Clark and her friends, in the midst of a plague outbreak, established a school for girls from impoverished families in Dublin, Ireland. Their exemplary dedication attracted an invitation to continue their educational mission in the United States. Despite losing what little money they had when their purse fell into the Newark Harbor and the non-appearance of a priest who had promised to meet them there, these women preserved and founded a school in Philadelphia. Their reputation for resilience, integrity, and exceptional teaching soon led to an invitation from the Bishop of Dubuque to continue their mission out west. Their classrooms on the bank of the Mississippi River were filled with children of pioneer settlers, lead miners, and farmers. As the number of BVMs expanded, so did their mission, leading to the founding of more schools from New York to Hawaii. In 1843, the BVMs opened the doors of St. Mary Female Academy in Dubuque, which evolved into St. Joseph Academy, then Mount St. Joseph, and eventually became Clark College, which in 2010 became Clark University. For 80 years, the legacy of Mary Frances Clark and her companions has spurred members of the BVM and the Clark communities to consistently offer educational opportunities, nurturing growth, and active, committed citizenship. This fall, we've welcomed a substantial incoming class to our community of learners. For the first time in 5 years, Clark has more than 1,000 students enrolled. Additionally, we set a, I think I saw Julie come in somewhere. Where is Julie here? No? She stepped out, but she's our new Vice President of Enrollment and just really doing a wonderful, wonderful job. Additionally, we set a new record with the highest number of incoming full-time undergraduate students, 208 freshmen this fall. Furthermore, our students come from 39 states and 24 countries. In the spirit of Mary Frances Clark and the BVM legacy, we adapt to our ever-evolving surroundings to make education accessible and to inspire and guide our students to success. Our commitment to this mission has garnered national recognition with the U.S. News and World Report. Okay. Ranking Clark among the top 50 universities in the U.S. For supporting the social mobility of our graduates. We take pride in this national recognition and remain steadfast in our dedication, even as small schools and universities across the United States face challenges. To address these challenges, Clark is implementing strategies to enhance retention, and we've already witnessed positive results. Additionally, we're preparing to launch a capital campaign that will contribute to the enhancement of how we live our core values, augment personal and professional development opportunities for our students and employees, provide additional scholarship funds, facility upgrades, and stronger faculty, staff, student recruitment and retention efforts. Clark has been and will continue to be a place of excellence for both learning and work. In the spirit of Mary Frances Clark and the BVM legacy, we've crafted a purposeful plan to carry on our tradition of nurturing mind, bodies, and spirits. Thank you all for being guiding lights of our ongoing success. Kaylee, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill, for that update. Now let's take a moment to acknowledge our alumni who have generously contributed their time and talents to help make this year's homecoming a success. First, a special recognition and thank you goes to all of our class reunion representatives who are here with us this morning. These dedicated individuals are members of their respective classes and have played a pivotal role in encouraging participation in homecoming activities. You can find the names of our 2023 class reunion representatives in your program. But if you are with us this morning and are serving as a class representative, please stand so we can show our appreciation and our thanks to you. Thank you all. Next, I'd also like to extend my gratitude to members of the Clark University Alumni Association Board. This exceptional group of individuals consistently provides leadership and support to Clark, including their contributions leading up to homecoming, and their stewards to Clark year-round. Would members of our alumni board kindly rise to receive your own applause? Now I have the pleasure of introducing the president of the Clark University Alumni Association Board, Andy Schrader, who will guide us through the presentation of this year's Distinguished Alumni Awards. Andy.
See how long it takes me to go off script here, Kaylee. Welcome, everyone. As Kaylee mentioned, my name is Andy Schrader, and I'm honored, truly honored, to serve as the current president of the Clark University Alumni Board. I hold the distinction of being a two-time Clark grad, having earned my undergrad in communication in 2002, and again getting my master's degree in business administration in 2010. I also have a wife that graduated from Clark, so we are truly a Clark household here. I am thrilled to be here today as we celebrate the entire alumni community during homecoming. Now, without further ado, you don't want to hear from me or about me or anything like that. We're here to recognize some very special people today. So let's dive into that. The presentation of the 2023 Distinguished Alumni Awards. This year's selection process was nothing short of challenging, as my fellow alumni board members can agree, given the remarkable caliber of the alumni. While all the nominees were exceptional, we were exceptionally proud to honor 3 individuals this year as Distinguished Alumni Awards. And we will begin our presentation with the Rising Star Award. The prestigious accolade is bestowed upon a Clark graduate aged 35 or younger, not me, who has already made a significant impact in their career, community, and contributions to Clark. It brings me great pleasure to announce that the recipient of this year's Rising Star is Kaveria Allen Leza, a member of the class of 2013. I'm going to call her Cav because that's what I did when I announced basketball games. So Cav, just grab a seat. She's so excited. This is great. She's the founder and CEO of Building Love Amongst Cultures, located in Lombard, Illinois. The nonprofit organization is dedicated to fostering critical competence within individuals and communities while simultaneously laying the foundation for future aspirations. Much of Kaveria's work at Building Love Amongst Cultures is deeply influenced by her personal and professional experiences. During her time at Clark, she excelled academically while also serving the United States Army Reserves and earning a Bachelor of Science in Biology, and she was on a basketball scholarship. Whoop, whoop. She played a pivotal role in establishing the university's Black Student Union and served as an advocate for education and inclusivity. A few years after graduation, she was deployed to Afghanistan, where her interactions with NATO allies from Italy, Bosnia, and Ghana ignited her passion for understanding the interconnectedness of cultures. Building on her educational background and expertise in health and wellness industry, Cav became a driving force in her community. She is currently expanding her skill set by pursuing an MD degree in neuropathic medicine. Everybody does it, right? Her commitment to making a positive impact is truly inspiring. Without any further ado, I invite Kaveria Allen Leza to the stage to accept the Rising Star Award from Clark University Board Chair Carolyn Halpert.
Thank you.
I'm struggling with mom brain, so I have to like write down everything before I can't remember anything else. I'm very humbled and honored to have received this award from Clark. This recognition holds a special place in my heart for two reasons. One, it symbolizes a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and the pursuit of my excellence. And also, I'm receiving this award on my 10-year anniversary from graduating from Clark. When I reflect upon my time as a student at Clark, I'm filled with gratitude for the transformative experiences and opportunities it provided me. I was also an RA. That was fun. I was also a part of the Clark student government. And it was within these walls that I developed not only my academic knowledge, but also the values and skills that have shaped me into the person that I am today. Receiving this award is not just a personal achievement, but a testament to the unwavering support and mentorship I received from my professors, advisors, coaches, and the entire university community. They nurtured my talents, challenged my limits, and instilled in me a commitment to lifelong learning and personal growth. Again, if it wasn't for Kate Zenger, a lot of this wouldn't have happened today. I wouldn't have started the BSU, and starting that BSU meant, starting a whole new organization from the ground up. I even started a similar organization in my community, which is Building Love Amongst Cultures. I saw a need in my community for recognition and awareness of inclusion, so I called up Kate Zenger and asked if it was okay that I can translocate the organization into my community, and we've been going strong for 3 years now. As I look back on my journey, I'm reminded on the countless individuals who have helped contribute to my success, from my classmates and teammates who pushed me to reach new heights, to professors who ignited my passion for science, and to the university staff who provided unwavering support. Each person played a crucial role in my development. As a distinguished alumnus, I feel a deep sense of responsibility to give back to my alma mater and to inspire the next generation of students. I'm committed to being an ambassador for this university, sharing my experiences and encouraging others to pursue their dreams relentlessly. To the faculty and staff, thank you for your tireless dedication and commitment to shaping young minds. Your passion for teaching and mentorship creates a nurturing environment that empowers students to excel and make a difference in the world. Lastly, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the selection committee for bestowing upon me this honor. It serves as a reminder that our efforts and achievements are recognized and that our journeys as alumni are forever intertwined with the legacy of this institution. In conclusion, as I accept this award, I do so with immense pride and gratitude and a renewed commitment to upholding the values and ideals of my undergraduate university. May we continue to support and uplift one another, and may the impact of our education extend beyond these walls. Thank you.
All right, and now to our Falling Stars Awards. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Just wanted to make sure people weren't falling asleep on me there. We're not falling stars. She's a rising star. Okay. Up next is the Outstanding Achievement Award, which is presented to a Clark graduate who has achieved distinction in his or her chosen field. The recipient of this year's award is Dr. Charlotte Ashton, a member of the class of 1971. For over 5 decades, Dr. Charlotte Ashton has leveraged the academic foundation she received at Clark to influence and inspire future generations. Charlotte graduated with a degree in history from Clark in 1971 and went on to become the first Black woman to earn a PhD from Princeton University's Graduate History Department. That's kind of a big deal, in case you guys were wondering. Yeah, you can talk. With a focus on modern American cultural history. Her educational journey also included earning master's degrees from Princeton University and graduate certificates from San Diego State, Stanford, and Harvard universities. One of the great joys of Charlotte's professional life was nurturing the minds of her students to reach their full potential. She took immense pride in the accomplishments of her mentees, including one who became a Fulbright Fellow. The commitment to uplifting other mirrors the values of the Clark University and the strong sense of community that defines Clark's legacy. Charlotte also shared her insights into film critiques, commentary, and culture with her students of the wider community. Excuse me. She did so through university-affiliated radio stations connected to National Public Radio in Baltimore and New Orleans, as well as during her tenure as the Curator of Education at the Oakland Museum. Charlotte earned numerous awards for her teaching and work in developing programs for radio, television, and museum displays with a focus on Black American history, women's studies, and cinema. Though she is now retired, Charlotte continues to volunteer as a mentor and counselor to the youth in Chicago, Illinois, in the Chicago, Illinois community. She has truly exemplified Clark's core value of education throughout her life. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Charlotte Ashton to the stage to accept her award once again from Clark University's Board Chair, Carolyn Halpert.
I'd like to thank, that's okay. I'd like to thank Donna Fiegel O'Neill and Liz Credit Skorowski for nominating me for this honor. Let me begin with a quote from L.P. Hartley's novel, The Go-Between. The past is a foreign country. They do things differently there. When I attended Clark over 50 years ago, I began an experience that would impact and influence me for the rest of my life. It was here I became acquainted with what I call the lady warrior. I was taught and nourished by a group of women whom I respect and admire to this day. Clark at that time was, as a friend's husband stated, a finishing school / academic workhouse. At the end of 4 years, we students were supposed to be polished ladies and academic scholars. Okay, we had an honor system then that was honored, and we had teachers who were academic dynamite. Sister Xavier, who headed the drama department, was known as the GI Nun. She and her group 13 by 13 performed with USO tours nationally and internationally, giving relief to US servicemen. Sister Catherine Leonard, the psychology department chair, studied at the PHA Institute in Switzerland. Sister Kenneth Killer was the first woman to receive a PhD in computer science in the USA. Sister Camille, art department chair, her glazed pottery was the rage. Sister Carol Blitchkin, a force in the drama department, carried on a correspondence with Harlem Renaissance poet Langston Hughes. Okay, and later, following the tradition of a lady warrior, Sister Catherine Dunn brought Clark back after the Great Fire of 1984. These women were all lady warriors. I am most influenced by my mentors, Sister Lauren Lifka and Sister Dorita Clifford. Sister Lauren first made me aware of my own intellectual potential. Sister Dorita put me on the path of a scholar. Sister Dorita was a Fulbright scholar and even taught at the University of Tokyo. I remember her words when I was preparing for my GREs. Nobody cares if you're having a bad day. Nobody cares if you're sick or on your period. You must perform no matter what. Okay? These women taught us to think, to exercise our free will, and to embark on an intellectual journey. We were taught that facts should always triumph over feelings, that common sense is the bedrock of problem solving, and that to live a life effectively and deeply, one must embrace reality. These Lady Warriors were not afraid to be trailblazers or pioneers. The Lady Warriors were not afraid to be the smartest kids in the room. They impressed upon us that it was our job as students to strive for personal and intellectual excellence. I incorporated these lessons learned from the Lady Warriors into my career as a college professor and radio critic. Now the Lady Warriors need allies. They need the support of men who love and respect women. Okay? Men who are willing to stand up for and stand by women. A recent UN study found many young women don't love or respect themselves and don't care for older women. Okay? These young women should be inspired by the Lady Warriors. It's time for young women to pick up the baton and carry on the struggle. The Lady Warriors taught us to respect ourselves, to love ourselves, to trust ourselves, and to support our female sisters. In the words of Pop Staples, if you don't respect yourself, nobody else is going to give a hoot for you. Okay? Respect yourself. I end with this. Long live the legacy of the Lady Warriors.
All right. We have one final award to bestow today, and that is the Clark University Humanitarian Service Award, which is presented to a Clark graduate who has made exceptional contributions to humanity through civic, faith-based, and educational endeavors. This year, we posthumously award the honor to Julian O'Connell Beckett, a member of the class of 1971. Julianne embarked on her career as a junior high school teacher after graduating from Clark with a degree in history. In 1978, her daughter Katie was born, and tragically, just 4 months old, Katie contracted viral encephalitis, which paralyzed her diaphragm. Julianne faced unimaginable challenges, but began an enduring fight to improve Katie's life and the lives of countless families across the nation. She tirelessly petitioned her congressman, sharing Katie's story and advocating for changes to Medicare that would enable Katie to receive home-based care rather than constant hospitalization. By 1981, Julianne's work had reached Vice President George Bush and President Ronald Reagan, and the Katie Beckett waiver was created. Within a day, 247 families had applied and eventually received the waiver, allowing them to care for chronically ill children at home. Julianne and Katie went on to found the nonprofit organization Family Voices, dedicated to providing resources and education to families through conferences and events nationwide. After Katie passed in 2012, Julianne's advocacy extended to her volunteer work in solidifying the Affordable Care Act, a testament to her unwavering commitment to the health and well-being of children and families. Julianne passed away in May of 2022 at the age of 72. In recognition of her remarkable life, 29 members of the class of 1971 nominated her posthumously for this Humanitarian Service Award. Saying quiet, unassuming Julianne, the school teacher, became Julianne, the vocal activist. Julianne's professional accomplishments grew directly from that personal transformation. Where many of us would have been completely overwhelmed just taking care of a disabled child, Julianne did that for her own child and numerous others. Many of us would have retreated to the public fray after losing that beloved child. Julianne, however, continued to fight to make lives better for those around her. Some of Julianne's family joins us today, and accepting the award on Julianne's behalf from Board Chair Carolyn Halpert is her sister, Barbara O'Connell Lenz, a member of the class of 1969. Let's make some noise for Julianne.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm not so sure I want to be following in your footsteps. So my sister, too, was a road warrior. She had Sister Dorita, too, and she graduated as a history major. And Dorita told her, oh, you can't. You'll never get a school to take you to study Eastern history. Never. Well, she got into the University of Dayton, and she did get her master's degree in Eastern history. So I just want to say thank you to her fellow classmates. Thank you to the university, which in our day was a college. In this very room, we could not come into this room without dress heels, nylons, and dressed up suit. That was back in the day. Now it's just called, comfy office, whatever. Anyway, my sister's journey did start here, but it didn't end here, okay? She always had a philosophy when she talked with all these bigwigs in Washington and at these fundraisers for these big pharmaceutical companies, et cetera, et cetera. She'd always say, make it simple, make it personal, make it public. That way, all those three things were the things that she always had going on in her mind. When Kate was born, it was devastating. First of all, before she got the encephalitis, she was a preemie. She was born in March, was not due until the end of May. Then we got her all through that, got her home for a couple of months, and the next thing we know, she's got viral encephalitis. My sister held that child through 22 cold blues. 22 times that child was going to pass away. And when my sister lived through that with her child, she knew that the Lord had a journey, a destination for her to get to, and that it was going to take a lot of work and a lot of hard times, but that she'd get there. And I just want to tell you and congratulate you, she did get there. And she's done really, really well in this world, and I know in the next. So I'll just leave you with this little poem kind of prayer I found that I think absolutely describes her perfectly. Okay. That woman is a success who loves life and lives it to the fullest, who has discovered and shares her strengths and talents that are uniquely her own with the world, who puts her best into each task and leaves each situation better than she found it, who seeks and finds that which is beautiful in all people and all things, whose heart is full of love and warm with compassion, who has found joy in living, can live with peace within herself. I'll leave you with that.
Thank you, Barbara. And a heartfelt congratulations one more time to all of our 2023 Distinguished Alumni Award recipients. We are immensely proud to count you among our Clark alumni community. Before we conclude today, I want to take a second to recognize a couple more groups of people. One of them, and I see several here, is the Clark University Board of Trustees. If you are a board member, if you could please stand and be recognized, we want to appreciate and thank you for your leadership to this wonderful university. And I think, as you've heard obviously here in these last couple speeches, we've all been affected in some way by those lady warriors. So if you are a BVM, we would like you to stand so we can make a whole lot of noise for you. All right, as we conclude this morning's event, I also want to extend our appreciation to the team with the Mackin Office of Institutional Advancement and the entire Clark community for the hard work that goes into this homecoming weekend. It takes a village, it really does, doesn't it, Kaylee, to do this. I used to work in that office, and I know exactly what homecoming is. It's wild, and then Monday hits, and you're like, all I want to do is sleep for like an entire week. But we thank you all. As we mentioned, there are many, many events going on the rest of the day. Scan the QR code, take some time. I do want to make mention for class photos. Those will be happening in the atrium, I believe, here, starting in about 30 minutes. So you've got some time to stretch the legs and maybe fill up the coffee. But if you do want to be part of those class photos, they will be starting, I believe, in the atrium in just a little while here. So keep an eye on that. I went off script, but I think we're good. If you need assistance getting to any events, there are staff located in the Mary Jo Cedar Hall, just upstairs here, with golf carts, so they can kind of take you around. If you have some mobility issues, they'd be happy to get you where you need to go. Thanks, everybody, and enjoy homecoming weekend. Go Pride!